So today we're going over chapter 6, 7, and 8 and 9 from Moreh nevuchim. So starting with the idea that we're continuing with terms that are often called homonyms. They have various meanings, figurative and literal. So first of all, he says ish and isha, male and female. First, it only applied to humans. Then it applied to all creation, including the animal species too. Then later, zachar and nekeva was afterwards. It applied to everything, anything designed and prepared for union with another object. In other words, there was always a masculine and a feminine when it came to union. Even achot and ach, like sister and brother, is used as offspring figuratively. So it started with human, man and woman, you man, woman, and then male and female for all species, and then masculine and feminine, which is conceptual and not literal people. Then we have to be born in chapter 7 is yalad, v'yaldu, and then created is yuladu, produces holida. It's all from the same root as Hebrew goes. It means to bring forth. In Proverbs, mishlei, which is mishlei 27:1, it says, "For you know not what a day may bring forth." And so it's becoming more and more figurative. First, it's like children. Then, and after the literal, it means sort of like yielding, like more figurative, to be born into the world. And so a man who instructs another in any subject actually is bringing forth in terms of improving his knowledge. And may in like manner be regarded as the parent of the person he taught, because he's the author of that knowledge. And the pupils of the prophets are actually called sons. In bereishis 5:3, which is Genesis, it says, he begat a son in his own likeness. This would be the form of man. We talked in previous chapters, in other videos, about likeness. And so before Adam had Seth, the humans were born as animals, but in human shape and form. Such a creature had the power to cause harm and injury, which other creatures did not possess. And those sons of Adam were not human, in the true sense of the word. The gifts of knowledge of intelligence and judgment, with which he'd been endowed for the purpose of acquiring perfection, but which he's failed to apply to their proper aim, are used by him for wicked, mischievous ends, God forbid. He begets evil things, God forbid, as though he merely resembled man or simulated his outward appearance. During the 130 years before Adam had Seth, he was under rebuke, and the Midrash says he begat spirits like demons. And Moreh nevuchim, by the way, is by the Rambam, Maimonides. And it's called the Guide for the Perplexed. So then chapter 8, we learn makom, place. Originally, it applied to both a particular spot and space in general. So it could be literal or figurative. Till later, it received wider signification, denoted position or degree. Like one occupies a certain place in such and such subject, the dispute still remains in its same place, or he fills his ancestor's place in point of wisdom and piety. Whenever makom is applied to God, it expresses the figurative idea of the distinguished position of his existence to which nothing is equal or comparable. And any work that the Rambam says he talks about with these homonyms, he doesn't desire you to confine yourself to what's stated in the particular chapter, but rather it's to open a portal for us and direct our attention to those significations of the word which are suited for our purpose, though they may not be complete. From a philological study of languages point of view, you should examine the word in science books, prophecy books, noting the meaning and its context as a key in a passage for similar passages. Finally, chapter 9, the word kiseh, which means throne. Since men of greatness and authority, like kings use the throne as a seat. The throne indicates the rank, dignity, and position of the person for whom it is made. The sanctuary has been styled, or the temple has been styled, or the mishkan, the sanctuary has been styled as the throne, inasmuch as it likewise indicates the superiority of him who manifests himself and causes his light glory to dwell within it. The heavens are called a throne for the mind of him who observes them with intelligence. They suggest the omnipotence. To the mind of him who observes them with intelligence, they suggest the omnipotence of the being which has called them into existence, regulates their motions, and governs the sublunary world by their beneficial influence. Sublunary means everything under the moon, basically to do with the world. We have to remember, though, the essence and greatness of God are not separate from him. or consider it as part of the creation, because Hashem exists both without and with his throne. In Yeshayahu 66:1, it says, "Thus said the Lord, the heavens are my throne and the earth is my footstool." So they testify to my, in other words, they testify to my existence, my essence, my omnipotence, as the throne testifies to the greatness of him who's worthy to occupy it. Not literally, the supreme God is not literally supported by a literal throne, any material object, because God is incorporeal. But every place is actually distinguished by the Almighty and chosen to receive his light and splendor. Every place that is distinguished by the Almighty and chosen to receive his light and splendor denotes not physical place, but the essence of God and greatness of God, which are inseparable from his being. And I thought today, it's been a while, we'll do a meditation for 5 minutes, a self-acceptance meditation. And, okay, Google, set a timer for 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes. Starting now.
And I like to put my hands on my chest to give myself acceptance and my other hand on my belly to receive acceptance. Okay, now we're going to do a 6-minute meditation. Okay, Google, cancel the alarm. Okay, Google, set a timer for 6 minutes.
All right, 6 minutes.
And during this time, we do a full body scan and like enter into all your worlds and into all the letters that you're made out of. Okay, Google, restart the timer.
Okay, resetting for 6 minutes.
Okay, Google, turn off the alarm. I really didn't want to end that meditation, but we'll stop here. All the best. Bye.